Hey City Kids, it's Malachi. I am ready for part 2 of Bad Bible Translator. Some of you guys played with us in part 1. If you haven't, here's how it goes. Up on the screen, we're gonna put a bad translation of a Bible story where the words are all jumbled up and we're not sure what it means and we have to guess what it means. You guys ready to play? Okay. We're gonna put number 1 on the screen now. It says, crowded house party becomes lit when a guy on a magic carpet ride drops in from above. Magic carpet, a house party. Do you guys have any ideas? You know what, I do know one story where, what's it? It's Jesus in a house and everyone's crowding around and some friends were trying to bring their paralyzed friend to Jesus so he could pray for them, but they couldn't get in. So what did they do? I remember. It's Jesus healing the paralyzed man. It's when they opened up the roof and they dropped him down on a carpet. Let's see. Flip the slide. I was right. Jesus heals the paralyzed man. Awesome. Okay, I'm ready for another one. Any of you guys get that right? Yeah? Good job. All right, next one. Let's see what it says. Surprise bun in the oven piques the interest of farmers and royalty near and far. A surprise bun in the oven piques the interest of farmers and royalty near and far. So I know bun in the oven is a term for a baby being born. So it must be a baby that interests farmers and royalty. Okay, I think I have my guess. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with baby Moses. When he was born and they put him in the river and the Pharaoh's daughter found him. Let's see, let's flip the slide. You guys have your guess? You've got it? The baby being born? Okay, and I should have known. Okay, well I'm 1 for 2. We're gonna do one more. Are you guys ready? Yeah? How many of you guys have got 1? Anyone got 1? Anyone do better than me? They've got 2 so far? Okay, the rest of you guys, gonna get your first one, this one. I believe in you. Okay, you ready? Next one's going on the screen now. One kid's lunch turns into the craziest potluck for the masses. I love potluck. I love food in general. Okay, I know this story. I remember hearing about it in Sunday school. Mr. West taught me this one. If Mr. West is watching, which he's not exactly a kid, so I don't know if he is, I still remember it from being taught it at my Sunday school when I was maybe 8 or 9. So this story, there were a pile of people with Jesus, and they all of a sudden got very hot and very hungry. Kind of like it is now, where it's hot and it just makes you tired. And they're super hungry. And Jesus did a miracle, this is my final answer, with the boy bringing his lunch and Jesus feeding the whole crowd. Let's see. We were right! Jesus feeding the 5,000. Perfect. Thank you guys for playing. I hope a bunch of you guys got that one right. I hope some of you guys got some right. And for those of you that didn't get any right, next time we're gonna play this one again. Okay? I'll see ya. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Deja again, and today we're gonna do our 4 core values. I'm sure you already all know them at this point though, so why don't you say them along with me? Ready? Number 1, love God. We love God because God is love and He first loved us. Number 2, love people. We love people because God loves all people. Alright, number 3, do your best. And we can do our best because then God does the rest. Number 4, say this one really loud with me. Ready? Have fun. And we can have fun because God gives us joy.
heart is under fire. Another way when the walls are closing in. And when I look at the space between where I used to be and this reckoning, I know I will never be alone. There was another in the fire, standing next to me. There was another in the water, holding back the sea. And should I ever need reminding of how I've been set free, there is a cross that bears the burden where another died for me. There is another in the fire. On my dead left for dead beneath the waters. I'm no longer a slave to my sin anymore. Should I fall in the space between what remains of me and this reckoning? Either way, I won't bow to the things of this world. And I know I will never be alone. There is another in the fire, standing next to me. There is another in the waters, holding back the sea. Should I ever need reminding what power set me free? There is a grave that holds no body, and now the power lives in me. There is another in the fire. Oh, 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 and I can see the light in the darkness as the darkness bows to hit. I can hear the roar in the heavens as the space between wears thin. I can feel the ground shake beneath us as the prison walls cave in. Nothing stands between us. Nothing stands between us. There is no other name but the name that is Jesus. He who was and still is and will be through it all. So come what may in the space between all the things unseen and this reckoning, and I know I will never be alone. And I know I will never be alone. There'll be another in the fire, standing next to me. There'll be another in the waters, holding back the sea. Should I ever need reminding how good you've been to me, I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. I can see the light in the darkness as the darkness bows to hit. I can hear the roar in the heavens as the space between wears thin. I can feel the
and sisters in! Hey everybody, I'm Sydney.
And I'm Ava.
And today we're back with a new fun memory verse, so let's get right into it. First, we'll say it.
And then you'll repeat after us.
And then
We'll say it together. Joshua 1 verse 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Great job. Now, just repeat after us.
Joshua
1 verse 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Now we're going to say it all together. Joshua 1 verse 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time,
Bye!
Dolman Sisters out!
Good morning, Oasis City kids. Welcome back. We are good. It's good to see you. And hello, Maverick.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I am phenomenal.
Phenomenal. So on a scale of 1 to 10.
44.
44. That's great. 44 out of 10. It's pretty good. What makes you a 44? Best thing that happened to you this week?
Well, I woke up. I was already wearing my clothes, so I didn't have to figure out what to wear.
Okay.
And then I ate fishy crackers for breakfast.
That's terrible.
It's delicious! The pretzel ones.
Oh, that's not healthy for you.
Oh. Then I had a 6 out of 10 day.
Okay, that's great. Anyways, today we are going to talk about being brave in the fire.
Ooh.
I know. The fire kind of matches your hair.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. Okay, our story comes from the book of Daniel in the Bible. The Israelites had been taken captive, and the best and the brightest of the Israelite men were taken by the king to the palace. 4 young men stood out above the rest. One of those men is someone you will recognize.
Me?
We've talked about him before, not with you, but I'm sure you've watched our other City Kids shows.
I have all of them.
Well, Daniel.
I know
in the
Daniel.
Lion's Den.
I know Daniel.
Totally. So this week we're going to talk about 3 of Daniel's friends. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Oh, you taught me about them.
I did.
It's Shurak, Meshach, and Abednego.
Let's try that again.
What?
Shadrach,
Shurak,
Meshach,
Meshach,
and Abednego.
Abednego.
Or Abednego.
Oregano? Am I kind of close?
Close enough.
But one more try. Can I have one more try?
You can have one more try.
Say it really slow for me.
Shadrach,
Shadrach,
Meshach,
Meshach,
and
Abednego.
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 Yeah!
You did it. Woohoo! Okay. That's great. Maybe we should go on with the story though.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to settle in. Our story begins in the book of Daniel, chapter 3. King Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon, and he decided to have a golden image built 90 feet tall.
Wow, that's tall.
Super tall. I tried to find out how tall our church is, and no one had an exact number for me, but it's probably 2 or 3 times as tall as our church.
Wow.
So once the image was built, Nebuchadnezzar ordered all the officials from all of the provinces to come to Babylon for a dedication of this tall gold image. That doesn't sound bad, does it? No, but here comes the kicker. The king decided, he said, okay, we're gonna have everybody play their music, and when the music plays, everyone has to bow down and worship the statue.
What? Bow down and worship the statue?
I know.
A piece of gold?
Yep.
What if they didn't want to do that?
That's a good question. If they didn't worship the image or the statue, then they would be thrown into a blazing, fiery furnace.
Ah!
Yeah. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had a hard decision to make. They knew that they were to only worship God. It wasn't an option to bow down to a golden image because they could only worship God. They must have been really frightened.
They must have been. What?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Well, they had to be brave, and they had a difficult choice to make. So the first time, the music played, and everyone bowed down to worship the image.
Really? That's how it went?
Well, no.
Oh.
See, these 4 Israelites had shown themselves to be honest and hardworking and strong and smart, and they had been placed in charge of a lot of people. So when everybody bowed down to worship the image, there were some people who didn't like them very much, and they went straight to the king and told him that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had not bowed down. The king was livid. He had them brought right to him, and he told them, I am giving you 1 chance. I will play the music again, and when you hear the music play, you must bow down to worship the image. If you do, we're all good. No problem, everything goes back to normal. But if you don't, you will be cast into the burning fiery furnace. And who is the God that will deliver you out of my hand?
But what did they say?
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said, we don't even have to answer you. Our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But if not, we still won't bow down.
Huh.
Yeah. Have you ever had a hard choice to make, like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Maybe I hope you've never been faced with a fiery furnace. But maybe your friends at school are saying mean things about someone, and you know you should stand up for them. Or maybe the people around you are using words your parents wouldn't like you to use. You feel like you need to use those words in order to fit in. We have opportunities every day to fit in with the people around us, or to be brave in the fire because God is with us. Obviously, we're not talking about real fire for all of us, although that is what our 3 friends faced, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The fire we're talking about is the fire of bad things happening to us when we make good choices. Sometimes when we follow Jesus and do the right thing, it works out well for us. But sometimes life gets harder even when we do the good things. Sometimes our friends won't want to be with us anymore, or we get in trouble for doing the right thing. But today, we're learning from Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to learn to do the right thing and be brave in the fire because God is always with us. Sometimes he'll save us, but no matter what happens, he's always there.
Wait. What happened to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego?
I'm glad you asked. I was going to see if you'd figure that out. The king got so angry because they wouldn't bow down that he told his soldiers, make the fire even hotter.
No!
So the fire got so hot that when the soldiers took Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to throw them in the fire, the captors got burned.
What?
So they threw our three friends in the fire.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No!
And then they gathered around to see what was going on. And what do you think they found?
3 bowls of ashes.
No.
What?
They said, there are 4 men standing in the fire and nobody's burned.
What? There was another in the fire too?
There was another in the fire.
Who was that?
Well, we think that was God. In the fire, protecting them.
Wow.
Right. So they pulled them all out, let them come out of the fire, and there was not a hair singed on their heads. 3 men came out, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Wow.
God proved himself. God was with them. They did not get burned. And the king learned a lesson that God is God. He created the heavens and the earth, and he is with us. Pretty cool story, huh?
I guess it makes me be able to be a little bit more brave.
We can be brave in the fire.
Because we're not alone.
That's right. We're not alone. God is with us. Sometimes he protects us from the bad things. Sometimes he just walks with us while we go through them. But either way, we can be brave in the fire because God is with us. Do you want to pray?
Yeah.
You'll pray with us? Okay. Dear God, thank you that you're always with us. Thank you for coming to earth, dying for my sins and rising again so I could have a relationship with you. I choose to follow you. Help me to be brave no matter what situation happens in my life. Help me to make right choices even when it's hard. Help me to see that you are always with me, even in the middle of the hard things. I love you, Jesus. I choose to follow you. I choose to be brave because you are always with me. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, we'll see you guys all next week. Bye, Maverick.
Bye.
Hey City Kids, Lily here. What a great lesson. We're gonna do a craft now. I'm gonna show you what it looks like beforehand so you kind of know where we're going with this. This is the one that I made. So it's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire with Jesus. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna make this right now. Here's what you need. Go into your kit. You will need this cardboard box template, your orange sheet of construction paper. There's some yellow and red tissue paper in there, and this little template of the 4 men. You will also need something to write with, like a Sharpie or maybe a black marker or a pen, and you'll need scissors and glue. So I'm gonna give you a second to go find all that stuff, and then we'll come back and do it. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna build the box. All right, so you can get your parents to help you with this if you need help. I'm just gonna fold the bottom. Just like that. Fold it into there. And there we go. How are you guys doing? Awesome. Okay. Next, we are gonna cut out the 4 men. Okay, how are you guys doing? It's okay if you're not finished cutting yet. This video, as usual, will still be on YouTube and you can go back, rewatch. It's all good. But now that you have that cut out, you can put it aside. The next step, I drew a bunch of bricks around mine. That's optional, you can if you want, but I'm gonna quickly do that. Okay, so here's what mine looks like. Now that we're done that, we're gonna make the door. So grab your orange sheet of construction paper and we're gonna follow this shape. We're gonna make it big enough so that the men can kind of fit inside it. So I'm just gonna measure out kind of how big I want it. I'll probably want it to be about that, this size. So I'm gonna cut that out. There, that looks good. Okay, so now that we have the bricks drawn on and everything, it's time to glue stuff on. So first, we're gonna glue the door on, right on the front. So the front is the side opposite of the lid. There we go. Now I'm gonna glue the men onto the door. There we go. You guys still with me? Awesome. Okay, last step. We're gonna make the fire because they're in a furnace. So you're gonna take your tissue paper, unwrap it, and I'm gonna rip mine up a little bit so that I can use smaller pieces. There we go. How do your guys' look? Awesome. Good job, guys. We'll see you next week.